Good afternoon, Democrats. Today is Monday, the 14th day of November. Well, as you can see, I am not your chair, our chair. She is still in a meeting that's going strong. And because of her position on the executive committee of ASDC, she unfortunately was unable to leave that meeting today. So it's going to be you and me for the next few minutes. I hope that you had a chance to rest up over the weekend. I hope that you've had a chance to heal whatever you were feeling last week. I know it's been a process for all of us, so I'm grateful that you're back with us today. Dennis, you jumped the gun a little bit. You said, "I hope we can build a huge Democratic base in this red state," and that's a great way of entering into what we were going to be talking about today. Because this morning, Alicia and I were talking in our regular morning meeting, and she said, we are back to work," and that is true. Tonight, the Canadian County Democratic Party is meeting. She will be joining them via Zoom. Tomorrow night, the Oklahoma County Party is meeting, and so parties are meeting. We're still working because this is not something that we do just up until an election. It's something we do every single day. As a matter of fact, last Monday, someone stopped at our office and said, "Well, when are you guys closing?" And we said, "Well, we'll be here till 5 today." And he said, "No, when are you closing for the season?" And I kind of chuckled because we don't close. It takes us working every day of the year to produce the results that we have got to keep pushing for here in Oklahoma. Now, I know it's easy to get lost in the notion that this is a red state. As Alicia has said over and over, it's not that it's a red state, it's that it's a non-voting state. And even in this crucial midterm election, so many Oklahomans decided not to vote. Now, that's something that we all are going to have to work on. We're crunching some numbers now, doing some data analysis to see what we can be doing better. It's also been suggested that we need to concentrate on our largest counties, build them up, and then everyone else may follow along. That is not a recipe that I subscribe to, nor does our chair, because in leadership, we believe that every voice in Oklahoma is important. And that's why our rural counties are so critical to the future of Oklahoma. We saw the results of rural voters last week stepping up in many ways to elect or re-elect the governor in Oklahoma. And we just have to do a better job, all of us, of demonstrating how Democrats truly do care about people throughout our state, wherever they may live. So we are back at it. And if you have been involved with your county party, I'm going to ask you to recommit to that county party, because that is where so much grassroots work is done. Certainly at the state level, we cannot do everything that you can do wherever you happen to be. And that goes for recruiting candidates. We had lots of calls last week saying, "Well, you should have recruited in my community." Well, the fact is, we don't know the people in your community like you do. The people that you serve on the PTA with, or that you play golf with, or people whose stores you frequent, your dentist, your pharmacist. You have a much better understanding of the people in your community, what their needs are, and who the leaders are or potential leaders. Because if we start now, I promise you, we will have a very strong slate in 2 years. And as you know, in 2 years, we are facing a general election where we will also be electing a president. So there's a lot of work to be done. But I will tell you, there's also a lot of fun to be had. And that's something that we cannot miss. I know leading up to the election, everyone was so focused and so busy. And yet I heard from a lot of people who truly enjoyed themselves in that process. And we're going to be doing more fun things over the next several months to keep us all involved, to keep us all interested, and to give us an opportunity to come together as Democrats, whether that be in small ways or larger ways. because it's when we come together that we realize we're not by ourselves, that this is a good place to call home, and that there is plenty of work for all of us, but also plenty of opportunity. And the things that the Oklahoma Democratic Party stands for are affordable health care for everyone, quality public education, economic empowerment. These are all things that we can work on and work toward every day. That means going to city council meetings. It means going to school board meetings. It means being involved with your school library, because librarians have really taken a hard hit around the country, but particularly in more Republican states. The notion that they're putting pornography on the bookshelves is something that has led to defunding libraries, and we cannot afford that, because there is that's just a bunch of nonsense. So again, we have opportunities to be involved with one another, for one another, and we can make it fun at the same time. So I encourage you to learn about your county parties. If you can go to our website, which is okdemocrats.org, you can find out more about your county party, where they meet. And if you don't see a county party listed for your particular county, it means that there's a need that exists there, and we can help you organize your county. And that's something that we're going to be focusing very, very much on over the first quarter of next year, as we look to galvanize places where there perhaps was a strong Democratic county party, and as people have gotten older and things have shifted within the community, maybe it's less so now, or maybe it's not functioning at all. But we are here to help you to do just that. So we're not leaving you out there by yourselves, and please don't think for a moment that our work is over, because it's not. But neither are our opportunities. So, friends, I thank you for turning out today to be a part of this broadcast, and I'm going to also encourage you to tune in tonight at 6:30 for the Hamilton Report. We are going to be engaged in a conversation, and that means me with our viewers, about what we can do to create a kinder environment in our state and in our country, because we have become so divided on seemingly everything. But there's got to be a way out. So let's talk together about how we can move forward in a way that is inclusive as opposed to exclusive, a way that makes sense for everyone to have a seat at the table. And I hope that you will join me tonight at 6:30, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Well, Alicia will be back with you tomorrow. I appreciate the time that you've given me today. It's always a pleasure when I get the chance during the week to spend a few minutes with good Democrats from around our state. So thank you for tuning in. And again, I look forward to seeing you this evening. I hope that you'll join me at 6:30 for tonight's Hamilton Report. Have a great evening.